Today I'm trying what many people call Iran's national dish. We're tasting a whole table of authentic Iranian food, chatting with the owner about the story behind the menu, and discovering whether this hidden London restaurant is one of the city's best kept food secrets. But first, let's find out if Ghormeh Sabzi really deserves its legendary reputation.
Oh, and the Ghormeh Sabzi, lovely, thank you. Oh, that looks good, man.
Wow, that looks amazing.
Oh, that's so cool. You've got beans, you've got meat, and you've got what should be fried and then stewed herbs in there.
Those herbs are parsley, leeks, green onions and coriander, plus primarily fenugreek. And there should also be a pickled lime.
Oh, I think that is a pickled lime in there, isn't it? If you eat the whole of that, you might go a bit weird. Let's delve in, babies. Right, let's put it on here. Let's get another spoon of that.
Ghormeh Sabzi is traditionally made with lamb or mutton. And it was time to delve in.
Let's do it. Actually, surprisingly good.
Where is it? Where is it?
I had it before,
No, I'm just
ages ago, somewhere else.
Last time.
It was a bit like over herb.
Edinburgh in the 2000.
Herbs here melt into it quite nicely.
I'd asked my Iranian friend Katie what it should taste like.
My friend Katie said it should be sour.
That torsh in Persian means sour, and it's what all of their dishes are about.
It's really nice. It's got a kind of sourish flavour, but it's not too extreme. Just soothingly fresh in a way. And the meat, incredibly soft and tasty, man.
That's the Ghormeh Sabzi.
Oh, it's good. It's really nice, actually. I had one before somewhere else, and it was a bit over herby, as it were.
Yeah.
This one's it's more smooth in a way.
Yeah, because this is the original recipe. We have another restaurant, so one of the art
Really?
was from Iran.
Oh, really? Okay.
I got his mom and they told him to
Okay.
many times.
Oh, really?
And
Oh, okay.
he gave us the
All this.
like the tips and
Yeah.
how to make it.
Because my friend who's Iranian was saying it should be quite sour.
The sour taste comes from
That's like the dried lime, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
Because she was saying, try it, but don't chew the whole thing down, as it were.
They use it for the taste and flavor.
Yeah. No, I'm going to try a little nibble of it, but it's the dried lime. This is heavily responsible for the sourness in the dish. My Iranian friend said, do not eat the whole of this thing, but try it. Oh man, alive, that is so weird. You can even taste it there. You can taste a bit of the sourness of it. Let's try a little bit of it.
Oh my god, that Belfast was crazy because I was like,
That is sour, but
because I remember like going to Belfast, we're going to Ballymena, and it's horrible.
I think that's amazingly tasty. That's really weird. It's like a sour date. Absolutely stunning. For me, this is the best Ghormeh Sabzi I've ever had so far.
But let's back up. We're at Zer Middle East Kitchen in Dalston in East London. As we wandered down the road, we saw a beautiful looking baklava shop, a crazy place called the Karaoke Hole, somewhere called King Naan, and a dude playing a violin outside a kebab shop. Once we got in, the place looked really funky, and I explained that I was on a mission for Iranian dishes, and we chatted to the
All the
owner.
recipes is original recipes.
Original recipes.
From the moms.
From the mums? Oh, nice. Okay, that's cool.
Collecting the recipes around more than 10 years.
Over 10 years?
Yes.
Wow, you've been collecting them that long. Oh, it's your dream to have a variety of Middle Eastern...
And is it right that they're all still women?
All the women.
Zer is totally run by women.
I love to support the women because I know it's difficult for some of them to find the proper job. Power, we support each other, so they support me all the time. So I'm the mom also.
That's really cool.
And as we were chatting, the starters had begun arriving.
Okay, crew, so utter chaos.
Really?
We've arrived. We're all chatting madly. Yasmin's eating all the starters.
And if you'd like more videos like this about food and travel, and where I try to eat the starters before Yasmin does, then please subscribe to TravelDog. Luckily, Yasmin had left some of the starters for me to show you, and the restaurant gave us this Iranian starter as a complimentary treat. Plus, there were some other goodies.
I've got this crazy beetroot course. That looks really nice. Turkish sausage. Oh, look at that, baby. Yasmin's enjoying my chit chat. Right, and we got a bit of tabbouleh. Tabbouleh? Oh, you say tabbouleh. What is the
I
correct?
say tabbouleh. I don't know. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, but that's what I heard. She said it's Syrian.
Tomato, tomato, baby. A lovely bowl of warm bread. Primarily Iranian food is the plan today. So I'm going to go for this Iranian dish first. Let's get a big scoop of that, man. Oh, look at that stuff, man. Okay. Let's have a look at that. So this is the Iranian starter dish. It's not bad. That's amazingly tasty. It's got like a mild sort of curry flavour to it. Kind of warming. I think it must be aubergine, I think. It's got a really nice warming soft flavour to it. So good.
You like it?
Oh, yeah, really.
Yeah.
What's in that one? That's
That's Iranian dish.
oh yeah. What's the vegetable? Oh, it's aubergine.
Yeah.
And walnut.
Bademcan.
Tastes the bademcan.
Yeah.
It's really tasty, that.
Very popular, very.
It's got a really nice kind of mild, sort of, but spicy and quite satisfying flavour to it.
Very nice, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Right. That's the Turkish sauce. Really quite fancy having that.
Apparently.
That's rich. Really kind of fatty. A lot of the time, the halal sausages, they're a bit skanky because there's too much fat in them, so they can't use pork fat. But that is actually surprisingly good. It's really, really warming and soft and tasty. But it's not too uber spicy, it's just really nice. I'm going to go for a bit of the beetroot.
Baby, look at that.
Beautiful colour. And tabbouleh, we don't know what it's actually called.
It's going to be the chef.
Oh, look at you, that looks good, man. Nice.
Time to delve in.
Crazy beetroot. Oh, man. Really nice. It's kind of quite sour, but I like that. It's got a nice vinegary flavour, but it's kind of balanced out. Tabbouleh. Oh, look at you. I like a bit of crazy herb stuff.
It's funny when you're young, though. You don't realise
Really good.
There were loads of pomegranates in it, which just made it kind of unctuous and tasty. We'd also ordered some larger plates, and I liked the way the menu told you which country they came from. As well as the Ghormeh Sabzi, I'd gone for another Iranian dish, a Persian fish stew. And the goodies arrived.
Oh, wow, lamb shank looks good, man. Nice.
And a Persian fish stew.
Oh, that looks lovely, thank you.
That looks nice. What is that?
Oh, nice. That's Persian fish stew. I like it in this little fish house. It's pretty cool.
And the lamb shank was a dish from Turkey.
Oh, it's on like, on mashed potato.
And the chicken and yogurt dish came from Afghanistan.
This is the fish stew. Oh man, this is so cool. I think it's got like all sorts of potatoes and stuff in it. So my Iranian friend said she doesn't really like fish, but Iranians are really into their stews, so this should be a good thing anyway.
Quite a long time ago now.
You can see that there.
No, do you like it?
Oh man,
I don't know.
oh, I got a little taste of that already. That's actually pretty cool. That is so different to the
You write something and I don't
so
want it
different to
anymore.
the other dish. Right, let's bring you over. Okay, there we go. So that's cod, I
What
think.
is it, that one?
I know, it's like,
I think it's potatoes. Right, let's try it.
yeah, it looks it's even like, right?
I didn't like the second one.
You guys should
The other one was more herby, spicy, extreme. That is just more dreamy.
But he gave me a coat.
Punching through at the end of it, you got like a kind of, I'm not sure it's saffrony, but a little hint of spice or flavour. Almost tastes more seafoody. It's actually really tasty. I really like that actually. It's on the edge of being like a bouillabaisse or something. It's got, maybe because it's got all the herbs and these spices and maybe saffron or something in it, but it gives you more like a sort of deeper, richer fish stew vibe to it. I love the potatoes in it as well. Potatoes are just so cool. Let's have another big mouthful of that. Wow, look at that.
Oh, what's pork and stuff?
Beautiful. Crazy fish stew, joy. Those Iranian dishes are beautiful, baby. Really enjoyed it. I'm blown away. Which is my favourite? The fish or the Ghormeh Sabzi? Okay, so Alia, he has his sister, so she prefers the Ghormeh Sabzi. Right, I'm going to try a bit of this chicken in yogurt, man. Let's see what that's like as well. Oh, it's a big hunk of chicken I managed to get there.
That's yours. I'll tell you.
Okay, so look, this is the chicken in yogurt dish. This is not Iranian, this one. This is, where's this one from? Afghanistan. Nice, let's go for that.
Iranian food is not spicy.
That's right.
No, it's not spicy. Okay, this is the Afghanistan yogurt. Oh, really good. You say it's not spicy, but it's got quite a sour.
Yeah, but a little bit of a kick. A little bit.
It's got a kick. It's almost like a strange yogurty kick. It's quite an interesting flavour, actually. I think it's more spicy than some of the Iranian dishes. I think it's more spicy than that. Or Ghormeh Sabzi, or not.
I don't think that's like that.
That's not spicy, is it? No.
And I think Yasmin's sister makes a really interesting point. The Iranian dishes are not spicy. I guess I thought they might be a little bit spicy. Yeah, they have spices in them, but they're more like warming stews. The most extraordinary thing about the Ghormeh Sabzi is just the amount of herbs in there. That is a bit of a mind blower.
So Mrs. D says the Ghormeh Sabzi is nice, yeah? You liked it? Because the last time we had it, it was a bit weird, wasn't it?
Oh, this is a bit strange.
Right, the only thing we haven't tried, which is not Iranian, is Mrs. D's lamb bingo.
And there's the whole braised lamb shank, and this dish is from Turkey.
Whoa, look at that hunk of joy fat. That's got like mashed potato and gravy with him.
Yeah.
Lamb shank with mashed potato.
Everything has a little department there.
That's good, man. Really dreamy, oozy, kind of stringy, crazy fat bits to it. All the fatty bits, man. Evil but joyful. Okay, we're going to munch this down and give you a full roundup outside. Okay, so this gave us this pre-dessert, which is right. Oh my goodness me, that was so soft.
And that dessert was particularly fine. And then it was time for the roundup outside.
Hey crew, we're outside, we just finished. Absolutely loved the meal. Really enjoyed the Iranian food in particular. It came to about just over £200. That was 4 of us, a few drinks, stuff like that. But I think if you were careful, you could actually get out of there with quite a reasonably priced meal.
In particular, the Ghormeh Sabzi was $15.95 and the Persian fish stew was $16.45.
And it was fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Everything's sort of homemade, stuff like that, with recipes as the owner was explaining that they found over years. I really enjoyed that Ghormeh Sabzi. I had it before, didn't really like it today. Really nice, much more soft, smooth and gentle. And I really enjoyed that fish thing. Actually, it had a much more deep, rich flavour. More like a sort of, almost like a seafood dish. Absolutely loved it. Definitely worth recommending going here. I'm going to give it a 8.75 out of 10. Okay, auf Wiedersehen, Hadarfis. Bye bye. Please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.